Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Shadowrun Dragonfall. In the last episode on Wednesday, we managed to get into the target building, where the rest of our team had gone ahead of us. I should say sorry that there was no video on Friday. I had some technical issues and was unable to get the video up. So here we go. So we're into the foyer. Inspect. Okay, let's inspect. A boutique food kiosk. The sign out front advertises a variety of local sourced foodstuffs, all of them terribly overpriced. Take a close look at the food offer. Glancing at the self-serving registrar section of the kiosk, you find a variety of sandwiches wrapped in silk plastic. You could eat for a week for the price of one of these things. Okay. Okay. Inspect. Let's go here. Like, we need to get access to the floor, so before we do anything, let's just have a look about. Okay, there's our route. It's guard, errant knight guard. Okay. Bunch of people in here. Someone who's walking about. Yeah, so let's look at our objectives quickly. Okay. Get the team upstairs, have James hide the cameras. Okay. That's a security terminal. So we could just gun our way in, but I don't like the sound of that. Trying to be professional here. Okay. Let's talk to this person. Taylor. The salesman must wax and brighten as you approach. Welcome to Duncan's Fine Clothes. Are you shopping for a suit? Fashionable business suit made of the ballistic cloth catches your eye. It would be a simple matter of slide it onto your bagging maintenance overalls. Let me see that suit, you say. A good choice. It's stylish and safe. You could. Good eyes. He takes your arm. Here, let me show you your dressing room. No. Yep. Can't afford it. Inspect. Jane studies the junction box from and turned to face you. See that garden hallway? Well, he's standing next to a junction box. It's like a swan. Looks like they're both on the same circuit too. So we could use this one to overload the one, but the guard is standing by. She looks at the junction box again and nods. Yeah, I could feed a nice power spike into the one from here. You know, if you want me to. What would it do? Make a loud bang and arc enough voltage into that hallway to knock out a gang of trolls. Okay. So, we have this option, which we can shock the guard, but that might alert people. Can't get through here. Tech vendor. The woman behind the counter smiles at you, her cheeks dimpled. Let's see what she has. Then comes to the right place, she just has to turn in front of you. Please feel free to browse the catalogue. Okay. You scan through, taste the guide catalogue, you find there's most organ tech stock exists in overpriced cosmetic cyberware, metabolic tweaks to help burn away cellulite, ruthenium and polymer hair extensions, ultra expensive treatment aimed at wealthy super generals. Towards the back of the counter you find some more practical chrome, nothing more than a Shadowrunner would want. But nothing about a Shadow would want. From design replacement limbs to nephretic screens for alcoholics. Augment Tech carries the very best and fastest implants for the ultra rich. The mental enhancement section is a little more promising, but you don't see anything it could already find in the bazaar. You're about to turn away when an ad on the last page grabs your attention, the newest iteration of the eclectic system, complete with integrated math SPUP. The Ipafil Next, as they called it, is a bleeding-edge commercial-grade tech. Non-competitive augments prevented from being sold at most stores, but you found one that carries it. Could I have a look at this? So you glance at the item screen, looking at the new Ensephelon. Good choice. A regional surprise has one, and it's amazing, totally worth the price. And what is the price? I didn't see this on the screen. We need we're doing a special right now. Yours is only 250. That's actually really cheap. Okay, sign me up. That's one for good choice. I will swipe your credit stick when I print up your purchase order. Okay, where do I get it installed? Is your dock in the back or something? Oh, sorry, I'm afraid you don't understand. We're a boutique shop, not a cyber clinic. We can sell your device and have it sent to the clinic of your choice for installation, but we don't do the surgery here. Don't tell me I haven't got any money. No, I'm broke. And there's no shops. Actually, wait, there is a shop. Maybe they'll buy some of my stuff there. I just need 250 credits. Yeah, okay, so what can we sell? Let's sell that. And this is my old gear, I don't need it. I don't need the pistol because it needs to have smart link, and I'm not using that, so let's sell that. It just gives us a little bit of cash. Just a tad. Take that. Pay. You strike the credit stick and punch through buttons. Flimsy slip of paper spills out terminal you standing at it into your hand. Salesman beams at you. You're now a proud owner of Epsilon Next. You have attended to triad cyber clinic as per your request. When you arrive, just show the doctor or member of the staff of proof of purchase that you are holding, and you'll know where to fetch for you. Thanks. Okay. Well-groomed corporate stands in the corner, brow racks of pamphlets above neural enhancement hardware. The moon head turns, sound your approach. Punching your uniform, Hannah's wrinkles. Oh, hello. Are we in your way? We wouldn't keep you from working. A spray tan husband chimes in. Right, the last thing we wanted to come between you and you people and whatever it is you're doing. Oh yeah, we've got some repair work to do. Everything is fine, we're just doing routine maintenance checks, you say. Oh well. Oh well, we've done it anyway. You're not on our way at all. Say, what are you looking at there? You ask. This, he holds up a display model that was inspecting so you can see it. A small chip along with a glossy, attractive information sheet. It's a pediatric skillware plus system for our son. Our little hands deserve the best, and he'll need it if he was going to compete with our classmates at the academy, which means hardware from Agman Tech. We may not be rich as the other parents, but this at least is something we can do for him. That stuff isn't cheap. You must be very devoted parents. I'm surprised I sell cyber for children. Don't kids that don't know outgrow it. If you ask me, buying something from a place like this for a kid is ludicrous. You're going to spoil your precious hands rotten. This stuff isn't cheap. You must be very devoted parents, you say. I'd like to think that we are, and no, it isn't cheap, but unfortunately these sort of enhancements have all become nearly mandatory at top-tier schools like the academy. Our son's classmates come from an affluent family. Even the least successful of Hans' peers has a pediatric inception, and it ranges up from there. The academy grades are on a curve. If we were to send Hans to school without the enhancement, we'd be setting him up to fail. What about the kids that can't afford cyber surgery? The scholarship students, you mean? He pauses, considering, well, I suppose that someone has to be at the bottom of the pile. But that's someone that won't be our hands. It's an unfortunate situation, of course, he cooks his head apologetically, but then, that's the world we live in, isn't it? It is, and exactly how it should be. It is the dog-eat-dog world. The sooner your son learns that, the better. It is, and it is, as I said, your word will be not mine. It is, and exactly how it's supposed to be. It's a dog-eat-dog world. The sooner your son learns that, the better. So the rich kids get the deck stacked in their favour, and the kids who get there where they are meant to get after. It sounds about right. Yeah, it is. You wouldn't want your hands to wind up at the bottom of the heap like me. You joke. Remember, we're supposed to be undercover. I should say not. You seem like a good woman, and I didn't mean to insult you, but you know how cutthroat it is out here. Hans will have every advantage, even though I have to mortgage the house to provide for him. That's big of you. I should get back to work. She waves you goodbye. Okay. Stressed suit. The well-dressed orc steps into his pacing to stare at you as he approaches. Heavy, worry lines etched on his forehead, and his eyes are bloodshot. He looks like he hasn't slept in months. I don't want to be rude, but I'm a little busy right now. If this is about building maintenance, take it someplace else. James' cheeks flush red. He takes a step forward. Watch it. If you don't want to talk down to me like the opera was like a janitor, yes I do, because that's what you are. If you want to keep your uniform, you better watch your attitude. Now, isn't there a floor that you could be cleaning or something? I've got a lot on my mind to worry about, important things, don't want to be bothered. Hey man, relax, I'm sure that's all going to work itself out, just say as charismatic as possible. The visible effort he calms himself. Look, sorry, I'm not trying to be unpleasant, it's just that I have a huge presentation to give to the board in 20 minutes. I stayed up all night practicing it, and now I'm so tired I can't remember my own name. That's rough. He shakes his head miserably. I'm going to botch this, and worst part of it, most of those bastards will assume that it's because I'm an orc. They already make jokes behind my back. After this, it's going to get a lot worse. That's tough, man. Best of luck. He scowled, continues pacing. Okay. The guard stops forward to oppose you between you and Eternal. Your security clearance doesn't authorize you to be in this here. We're doing a building-wide maintenance sweep of all major systems. Want us to take a look at your terminal? You know that I can't do that. You don't have the appropriate clearance to touch the terminal, let alone survey it. Besides, it's been running great since the other maintenance team worked on it last week. I'm surprised that you didn't have that in your records. You know how it is with us in management. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. It's ridiculous. Story of my life. You have my sympathies. Well, we'll be on our way then. Take it easy. Okay. So we could fight him, which I don't want. I think we're just going to have to do a maintenance accident and fry the guy that's guarding the door. We could try and talk to him, but I don't think he's going to let us up. Stan says slightly, can I help you? Yeah. Can you open the door to the utility area? We have some work to do in there. You can't read the guard's expression though his mirror face, but his body language makes it clear that he's staring at you. This door is security coded, data grade. Your ID says that you're just a fater, so no, I can't open the door. You're not listening, we have work to do in there. I heard you loud and clear, mop jockey. Now you listen to me. Nobody without data clearance gets through the door, period. I suggest that you take it to management if you really do need to be in here. Well, go to clearance, otherwise piss off. Cool down, you say. We're on the same side here. This is the Spats problem, I'm sure of it. I don't envy you guards having to work with them every day. Let's do that one. The guard shoulders relax. Yeah, I hear you. I swear it's amazing that everyone gets anything done around here. Tell you what, you don't need to go all the way back to management. Just call and get your clearance changed. Let you guys in as soon as the authorization comes through. Equality. We have etiquette security. Now, I better go and care of this in person. But one thing before I do, instead of this week's protocols, they sent us out with last week's. Anything changed since then? He shakes his head. Unbelievable, you know. It makes my blood boil to think how much money they make. It's people like you and me that actually keep this place running, and yet the idiots at the Spats pull in quadruple and triple what we do for sitting on their asses and filing everything up. Right, there you are, man. Now, about those protocols. Well, you see, they changed the emergency assistant code from November to Indigo. I think that's it. Everything else would be the same from last week. Like, emergency assistant code from November to Indigo. Indigo, yeah, thanks. Now I better head back to management to get my clearance sorted. He nods sagely. Best of luck, pal. Do us all a favour and call out those idiots at the spats. Not that it would do any good. On second thought, don't bother saying anything. They just wind up getting another raise. Don't I know it? Take care of yourself. You too. Let's see if that emergency thing, we can get him away from the security panel. If not, we're just going to have to use the... He seemed like a nice guy, but hey ho, we're going to have to just security kill him. Your buddy across the way wanted me to give you a message. Status Indigo, compromised. That doesn't mean anything to you? The guy jerks up. Right, he said that. Step out of the way, please. Let's go. Into the full staging system to indicate threat coming from the far part of the complex, away from your target. A few response codes flash on the screen. Now both guards should be there. So if we get here, yeah, both guards are here. Hit the electric circuit. Do it. Right, we took out both the guards. Mission added. Feature keycard. Here we go. Wordlessly, Jane pops an access panel at the base of the turn and begins sniping wires. A few minutes later, she replaces the panel cover and stands. Alright, let's do it. With bar security lock on the elevator, we're good to head upstairs. Let's get moving then. Let's get that was quick. You know my way around access systems. My father used to own rental properties all over Munich, and I helped him. She smiles slightly. I've been rewiring buildings since I was a little girl. Touching, I don't know what it has to do with it getting me to my meeting, but please, by all means, keep walking down memory lane with talk. I can less about your meetings, James, but we should keep moving on the same. He's right. We're in time tearing to here. Let's go. Dwarf nods. Yeah, of course, sorry. Yeah, I should have just said yeah, sorry. That was actually unprofessional of me. That is true. Let's get up to the elevator. Alright, I'm going to need you to get me into the floor's access panel. That'll be in room 303 on this floor. The door combination is 14291. To answer to you, make sure you write that down. Yes, I've got it. Okay, once I'm here, I can put the penthouse door in maintenance mode. That'll set the key combination to 11111. 11111. So you shouldn't have any trouble getting into the plant cameras. We've been making halfway decent time. Not good, but not terrible. But I can't afford any more delays. He cracks his knuckles. I hope no one else gets in our way for their own sake. You aren't hurting anyone unless I order you to. You got that. I'm with you. Let's get this done. You're not hurting anyone unless I order you to. You got that. Maid's lip curls and twisted. Yeah, I heard you. If we weren't under instructions to follow your lead, this would be a very different conversation. Well, you are, so shut up and deal with it. She shakes her head and disgusts. God, I wish we didn't need you to finish this job. His lip curls and sneers. Sadly for us, you do. Oh, by the way, we're going to have words when this rundown is over. Mouse. A stream of caustic syllables pours out of the elf's mouth. His back is stooped under the weight of his pack, but his hands are clenched to fists. He rolls his eyes and then points a bony finger at the elf. Look, it's trying to speak. I want to get this over with, Black Knight. I want to get away from these people and go home. Okay. Yeah, like the elf is not professional, the maid's not professional at all. That's the penthouse door key. 311, 312. We need 333. Okay. There we go. 14291. One, 4, 2, 9, 1. Okay. And we're in. Let's see what we can get done. Just making sure this wasn't something that we could steal or something like that. Some child lives, teenager probably, judging from it. Okay. Moving the painting aside, you find a large maintenance access panel. Jane swipes forward with a slight frown on her face. Okay, I guess this is for me. She pulls a multi-tool from her boat, uses it to loosen the bolts and holding the panel in place. Pulling up a schematic on a PDA, she examines the terminal wiring. Hurry up, woman. The clock is ticking. Don't rush me, it's complicated. Popping the lid of the toolbox, she grabs a pair of wire clippers, a soldering gun, and a roll of electric tape. With a look of grim determination on her face, she begins to snip into the massive harness of cables that runs through the unit. Alright, she taps the elf on his knees. You're going to need that thing now. He nods and reaches back into his used unslung pack. Placing it on the floor, she opens it and pulls out a large blue canister. It takes all of his strength to wrestle it up from the ground into the space, into the access panel, and Jane is cleared. There you go, you dumb ox. Do something useful for a change. The air assessor says nothing. Unburdened by his heavy pack, he stands up straight. For the first time, you appreciate how much larger he is than the corporate mage. He stares down at James, his hands bunched into fists. Stay cool, man. We're almost done, you say. James, for the last time, keep your damn mouth shut. You say. I say whatever. All of you shut up. You're distracting me. The mage falls silent. Jane goes back to work. It only takes a few minutes for her to screw, wire, and solder the canister into the harness. She inspects her work, nods, and turns to face you. She stands and brushes the hair out of her eyes. All right, job's done. Just needs a bit of clean up, and we can get going. Nice job, Jane. Yeah, thanks. It wasn't all that difficult, just a matter of following the employer's instructions. Hey, that's great, but time's ticking, so let's keep moving. He glances at the jumble of wire and circuitry through the open access panel. To hell with the cleanup, we'll be gone before anyone notices anything. Just a second, what was the canister that you put into the terminal? You saw whatever you did to disarm the security system? She shrugged. Not really. I have no idea what the canister was or what it was supposed to do. Our employer told me that I had to wire it into the wall at the junction, and so I did. That's all I know. Our employer doesn't tell us much, do they? The mate sneers. You haven't been doing this long, have you? The Lodge doesn't tell you a thing that you don't need to know, and you don't ask. Your job is to do what they tell you, take the money, and keep your mouth shut about it afterwards. It's all that simple. The Lodge? The mage's eyes widened incredulously. You don't even know who you're working for, do you? You're leading this team. You don't even have a clue. Jane cuts in, her eyes wide. Both of you shut up. Someone is coming. A tall, deeply tanned man rounds the corner. He jogs and comes bristling through the door. He recognizes him as the father that you spoke with in the armed tech kiosk. He stops short when he sees your team, and his smile falls from his face. You, the lady from the cyber kiosk, what the hell are you going on here? He advances to you, full of bluster and bravado. It's my apartment, I own it. You guys can't waltz in here and start pulling the wall apart without my consent. We're maintenance. Look at the uniforms. Yeah, I see that, but it doesn't give you the right to force your way into my home and start tearing up my walls. At the very least, you shouldn't have given my advance notice. James shoots you an irritated glance. This is a waste of time. I'm already running late. If we don't take care of this, I will. The elf barks something out of James. The sound is uncharacteristically ugly, all harsh consonants and silver hiss. Let's keep calm, everyone. It's a simple misunderstanding. Misunderstanding my ass. Your friend just called me an idiot in my own home. He wheels on James, hands balling to fists. You want to know your employee's number? I want to know it now. Do you now? A member of the Harmony Association for this level, you know what that means. I have a lot of pull with the building management. He thrusts an outstretched finger at James. Your days wearing the uniform are numbered, I promise you that. Calm down, sir. There must be a problem at the Spats. You should have received a work order last week. You didn't receive a thing from the Spats, or from anyone else for that matter. My wife and I are entertaining guests here in an hour, half an hour. Our living room is ruined. I need to know what your people have fixed this, and that you'll clean the place back up, and you'll put a new coat of wax on the floor. I need. The hell with this, I don't have time for this. His hands twist into claws and he raises them high. An instant later, they are raging under lighting. Stand down, we do not need to kill this man, you snap. The glow intensifies into a significant torrent of lightning. The energy lances and stabs James' hooked fingers as if they were alive. The man in the doorway recoils an alarm and his palm slaps down a plastic disc that's been clipped to his belt. Too late, you recognise the object and the panic button. No alarm sounds, nothing happens. The home owner backpedals, trying to put a wall between himself and James. You move too slowly, too much slowly. Everyone stand down, you bark. Your words meet with incomprehensible screeching in your peripherals, and you catch a flurry of motions. The elf's companion is moving, making a beeline towards James. Jane is hanging off of him, trying to slow him down, but you barely seem to notice. With a kick, he sends her tumbling to the ground with reach of his weapon. Stop, damn it, we need him alive to complete the run. With a kick, he sends her tumbling to the ground, then turns back towards James. See. I don't have a weapon besides my drones. I hate the bastard too, but Jane is right, we need him. The elf comes to a sword, staring at you. He sweeps his vision from Jane to James. Then he exhales heavily and spits out a jumble of broken German. Killers, innocent of, will not stand for. I, not slave. All lords, men, bastards, I kill all. Great. I didn't mean to move the drone there. But this sucks. Because I can't fight. Okay. So what does he actually have in her inventory? She's got Defiant Super Shock, yeah. So let's... Oh, that sucks. Let's just stay out of the way. So she's stunned. Fantastic. Thanks, dude. He blocked. Let's just punch him. You still out? Just fantastic. The man wapes. He attacked me, the ARL, if he tried to kill me. You've been insulting ever since we arrived. What did you think was going to happen, you snap? His face flushes red. If you'd been a better group leader, you wouldn't have let that happen. You would have, for the love of God, shut up. Just stop talking. We're so both sick to death of you. You need me to finish the run. Yes, let's do it. Let's go do it then now. Yeah. Without another word, the mage turns stalks off and directs on the penthouse. Great. So we lost the mage. I don't think we could have saved him even if we'd wanted to. Because I was trying to be professional. Right. 111. Let's just plant the stuff and let's go. We place the first camera, it appears to the ceiling with an audible click. James steps forward, his fingers bent, his whispers a long string of hushed syllables and seems to vibrate in his mind. For a moment nothing's happened, then you blink, the camera is gone. Done, get moving to the next one. Second camera clicks into the heating vent, the lens iris is adjusted to the light. James repeats the previous performance and the camera vanishes from view. Yeah, send it to my stock. Having backup medical stuff is always useful, even if you had to sell it. Place the camera. You place the last camera, James steps forward, then turns to stare you in the eye. When we get through with this run, I'm going to tell my handler about you. You won't work for the Lodge again, not because you're an incompetent leader, but because I have pull. I don't like you very much. What do you say about that? I have to say that the odds of you surviving this job are looking worse and worse. Now master the damn camera. This entire run is a test. I think you're here to tempt me into losing my cool. That isn't going to happen. You can do whatever you want when we're done with this. For now, shut your mouth and finish the job, you say. The infuriating smirk returns to his face. I will. He whispers to the camera to enough it fades from view. Suddenly the alarm blares to life. James jerks back in surprise. Damn it, I knew this would happen. If I didn't kill that spray-tan jackass, I knew it. His hands hooking the claws and stairs seem to swim around him. Looks like we're fighting our way out of here, yet another unnecessary delay. Well, at least we should be able to exit to a degree. Yeah, this isn't great. We need to go. Oh my god, there's so many of them. But this is gonna suck. Well, time to flee back this way. The exit's there. Gun drone. Cover me. I'm going to take the useless mage along. Okay, so I'm getting acid damage and have to basically leg it. You can get me pats back up and then you can be useful and keep moving. Okay. we need to just go. Okay, she's pretty bad, beat up. We can't hit them. Okay. But we're still on turns. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna have to use a med kit. I'm too beat up. Okay. You're gonna have to drive up here, little boat drone. Because we need to get to the exit, which is down here. Just our luck, no cover whatsoever. Okay. How can you miss? Well, he's out in the open. Oh, seriously? Okay, I'm really hurt. I don't have any more supplies. Okay. So where can I go to actually get away from people? Since that's... we have to get through the exit. So let's get down here. And get into cover. And turn. Can't hit anyone. Okay, can you at least do... you can do healing. Come on, little drone. How can you miss? Yeah, you're gonna have to run back this way. This is gonna suck. Right, so you can chuck... try that. Okay. You're gonna basically... Right, this person needs to die. You're in rough shape. Use a healing pack on yourself. Get up here to act as a distraction. Okay. Okay. One turn to get here. One turn to pack him up. Drone is looking rough. Drone needs to move. Drone will go here and flank. In the meantime, you can't do anything, because of course you can't. Got one action. Get here into cover. At least push them up the middle of it. Okay. Gun drone. You have him to right in the open. Take him. Right, he's down. Right, keep going. Right. Now, time to leave. Let's peg it. Okay. Right, let's go. Oh, there's another one. Didn't think there was going to be another person. Okay. He's going to flank and shoot me in the back. There's nothing we can do. Gun drone! Save us, gun drone! I need to get better specs. Okay. Let's just go. James, missing accomplice, fucking finally. Call your hand and tell him the job is done, and be quick about it. I need to be on the next train out of here. For once, he and I agree. I can't put this place behind me quick enough. All I want to do is go home, hug my cat, and forget this tonight ever happened. Enter the comm code that Lucia gave you. He punches the comm code into PDA. A few seconds later, you hear the telltale click of a successful connection. Dur's voice pours out of your PDA speaker. Black Knight, the job is done, I trust. Yeah, everything has been completed to your specifications. Very good. Now, if you please, give me a status update on the members of your team. The elf from Tyr Tugan turned on us. We had to put him down, but Jane and James are both alive and well. He clicks his tongue softly. Interesting. The elf is dead. The elf is dead as expected. He was a dangerous and unreasonable person, disgruntled, you might say, after years of service in our employ. His betrayal of you was inevitable. Thankfully, with his death, we have gained valuable insight into your character. James continued to survive, on the other hand, was not expected. You are a very patient woman, Black Knight. Dur smiles. This has been most informative. James pauses to stiffens, but he says nothing. You can see a dawning awareness behind his eyes. Slowly, the colours begin to drain from his face. Now, let's see how adequately you completed your task that you set before you. Enter the following code into PTA, if you please. 5256719. You type the code into the struct and your PDA screen cuts to static. A moment later, a familiar image materializes on the screen. The penthouse room that you bugged. It appears to have a live feed to the camera that you've planted. You saw that this room has been secure. We've done a full sweep. Absolutely, sir. We've run multiple sweeps with complete sense pick a package. We brought in a maid to search for signs of astral tampering. It's all ticks clean. We're completely safe in here. He lets out a heavy sigh, thank God. Call downstairs and let my wife and kid know that it's safe to come up. Will do, sir. If nothing else can I do for you tonight? Nothing, thank you. That'll be all. You have a good... Suddenly, the air in the room seems to ignite. There's a blinding flash and your PDA screen cuts to static. And that takes care of that. Please return to the bazaar. A reminder of your post-runner's interview will conclude upon your arrival. Hang on, what the hell was that? You demand. He raises an eyebrow. What did you feel? What did it feel like? An explosion, of course. You said we were just planting a bug, damn it. Bugs, not bombs. This wasn't a surveillance run. This was an assassination, you say. You lied to me, Dur. I said this wasn't a surveillance operation, this was an assassination. It was both, and both tasks were carried out to your letter. You should be pleased, Black Knight. This run was a resounding success. When you described this run to me, you left out the part where we were planting a bomb. That's a hell of an omission. Jane covers her mouth with her hand, a horrified expression on her face. Oh God, I killed someone. That man is dead because of me. From the sounds of the explosion, I guess that you killed a fair number of someone's. Elsa and his bodyguard at the very least, and probably a good half the dozen more. A morbid grin creases his maid's thin-lipped mouth. It makes us a mass murderer mouse. You are moving up in the world. A sob cracks her chest. He begins to hyperventilate. I could never get away with this, and if it's going to follow me for the rest of my life, I killed people. I'm a fucking murderer, she screams. Say it loud. Why don't you? I don't think they heard you in France. I haven't heard a response from you, Black Knight. Shall I make the preparations for your post-run interview, or you continue to test? I'm looking forward to hear what you have to say about this, Dur. I'll see you soon. Very good, I'll be waiting. Your return trip to the bazaar is a quiet one. The train from Frankfurt Tour is empty, save for you. There's nothing to distract you from your thoughts. You finish with the first part of your audition for Lucidur. Lucidur is waiting for you at the cafe to administrate the second. Well, things got really... I mean, this is the thing with Shadowrunning. Which is stuff like bombing the opposition is not unexpected. We're like basically mercenaries. We gain karma. Right. Before we put a cut in, is there anything we want to spend? 4 karma points. Dodge is high, that's fine. Intelligence is up. ESP control would be nice to get up. We could hold off and wait to pick up another point of charisma. That might be something actually I worth do to max charisma out early. Decking is okay. We don't need biotech. The only thing probably needs to get more ESP control, or maybe more drone stuff. But even stuff like drone combat, extra armor on the drone would be nice. Okay. Right, I'm going to put a cut in here, folks. If you've liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. And I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye.